Hey guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and it is time for a brand new book haul. So this is a look at everything that made its way to me in July. As is typical, it is a lot. Partly that's because of the audiobook Sync Summer program, which ended this month, so more of that bulking out my book hauls, but I mean, it's not like they need the help. Enough preamble. All of the books will be listed and linked in the description as always if you want to know more about any of them. And I'm gonna get straight into them. First up, I only bought one physical book this month, and that is The Dark Days Club by Allison Goodman. Do I have this? Do I? Do you guys know? Because I don't remember. I kind of feel like maybe I do. I do have other books by Allison Goodman that I haven't read yet. I basically keep buying everything by her based on how strongly people recommend Eon to me, which I still haven't read. So maybe it's a little stupid, but this was at the Dollar Tree, so I mean, I'll take a $1 gamble. Of course I will. I also bought a couple of random ebooks this month, or maybe just one. No, I bought two. I bought an Abigail Reynolds one that I had already read, but I just was craving a reread and thought I already owned, and apparently I did not. And then I bought a book by Noelle Adams that I don't remember the name of. Something about a fairy tale, I think. She's a romance author. It was like 99 cents. And I just want to say, both of their books I know are easily, I shouldn't say easily piratable because I don't want you to go pirate them, but when I Google books by them, I see a lot of illegal download sites. And I'm just going to put it out there, don't be that dick. There's a big conversation going on. I'm not going to turn this video into an anti-piracy video, but like, come on, if you can't afford the 99 cents for someone's book that they worked so hard on, like, fucking use the library or read something else, because this is how they pay their bills. They're not making it to hand to you for free. And though you may love it, love their work, love being a reader, that doesn't mean you get to steal from them. If they had a restaurant where they made really great food and you were a foodie, that doesn't mean that you would get to go in and dine and dash. So like, don't do it to your favorite authors. Come on now. Anyway, that was everything I bought this month. Everything else either came from the audiobook program or was for review. I'll get into the physical things that were for review first. And I'll start with the most recent, which was this random surprise box from Page Street. They are a new imprint. I think this might be their second season. You may recall I already read and reviewed one of their very first titles, which was The Queen Underneath. This, so I will link that. I certainly had some things to say. I had things to say. Watch all the way to that video. Just saying. Sorry, I'm gonna keep messing with my hair because I am just, oh my god. Whew. Anyway, my very mixed review of The Queen Underneath didn't put them off from giving me some more titles of theirs to try out. So from their fall lineup, they sent 3 books. The first coming out September 4th is Uncharted by Erin Cashman, and it's kind of funny because in the little info sheet that they send, the comparison that it gives is that it's like the intricate weaving of fantasy and folklore in How to Hang a Witch, which is actually what I'm listening to on audiobook right now. And like, I don't know that I've ever heard anyone use that book as a comparison, so for that to be the first thing, it just kind of jumped out at me. It says that it mixes in some Irish mythology. I can't really make heads or tails of what's actually going on in the plot, so if you're curious, you know, you can find the link for it below, but I'm intrigued, but I can't seem to kind of peg it and what's going to be going on and when it's even set. Like, it's set at a manor, and it talks about the manor's heir, which kind of makes it seem like it's, you know, a bit historical, but I think it's actually contemporary, and that looks contemporary, so I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Also coming out in September, September 18th, is After Image by Naomi Hughes. I don't know anything about the 3 of these books, so I'm not going to waste your time saying I didn't know about this one either. What I do know is the cover is watercolor. The little blurby thing says, he is the only one she can trust, or is he just a figment of her imagination? So, again, curiouser and curiouser. This one it describes as time travel adventure romance. I can get down for that. I think I've talked about time travel before, and did I just say time travel? I think I've talked about time travel before in my buzzwords videos. If not, it's a buzzword. It says that the fabric of time and space is at stake. And there's an explosion. or maybe explosive chemistry. Ayo! And then the last book, which comes out October 2nd, is Freedom Trials by Meredith Tate. This one is sci-fi dystopian, I believe. Literally the first thing they say about it, sci-fi dystopian novel that will sit nicely alongside Divergent and Legend. Featuring dynamic girl friendships and morally gray heroine. A morally gray heroine, because it kind of sounded like I was talking about drugs there. Those things intrigue me. Moral grayness, girl friendships, I dig it. So thank you to Page Street for that. I'll be checking those out when I get a chance. On to the next little package, and this one came from Wednesday Books. Am I right about that? Or was this Candlewick? This was Candlewick. First is Lost Soul Be at Peace by Maggie Thrash, which is a graphic novel. I'll give you a peek of the art, but it's actually going to be in color when it's published, so just keep that in mind. This one kind of takes on depression and is a kind of follow-up to Honor Girl, and is a sort of graphic memoir. Both of them, Honor Girl and Lost Will Be at Peace, are memoirs kind of grappling with issues in Maggie's life, so I think it sounds interesting, and if the cover is to go by, I really like the art and the coloring, so looking forward to that, and it comes out October, sometime in October. The next is Hearts Unbroken by Cynthia Leidick Smith. Is that how you say her name? I should know this. I should know this. Anyway, this is contemporary, and it is about a small town, very white town, where a sort of color bent or color blind casting of The Wizard of Oz is taking place, and a group of reactionary parents who come up with the clever name of Part Parents Against Revisionist Theater or something like that protest it. You know, they want a white Dorothy. So it's about that, and it is also romance, I think. The main character is native. This is Own Voices. Cynthia is native. And it just sounds really good. Also, adorable cover. Oh, that one comes out in November. And then coming out in January, we have We Are Here to Stay by Susan Kuklin. This is, I have no idea if I said that right. This is stories or interviews with undocumented youth. It was originally supposed to be sort of pictorial as well. Susan is a photographer, and it was going to have portraits of them as they're telling their stories, but of course in post-Trump era that's no longer safe for these kids that would have been covered under various things like the DREAM Act, and now no longer are. So it's instead empty frames accompanying each story. I'm curious about it. I think these types of things are needed all the time, but especially right now, and I'm curious. I'm curious to see what all it has in store, and I think it will also be a really good one to pass on to, you know, a friend in a classroom or something like that. So thank you, Candlewick, for those. Also from Candlewick is The Assassination of Brangwyn Spurge. Your guess is as good as mine. By M.T. Anderson and illustrated by Eugene Yelchin. M.T. Anderson, of course, is huge in the middle grade market. I've only ever read one book by him, which is Feed, which I quite liked. All of them since have gotten massively longer. Feed was not a very long book. Everything else seems to be. I didn't realize that this one was going to be, and it's like 550 pages. Fortunately, it has lots of cool and creepy illustrations in it, so, you know, that should help it speed by, but whew, I didn't know what I was signing up for when I agreed to that. It's like big stretches of illustrations, though, like page after page after page. So that's cool. Looking forward to that. Quirky, weird, and about goblins. So if you watched my last buzzwords, you know I am all about it. I have a number of ebooks that were sent to me. A very cracked poor phone. Which includes The Raging Ones by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Doesn't show the cover, so that's not going to do any good. I think most of these aren't going to show the cover. Seventh Born by Monica Sands. I'm currently reading The Raging Ones, I should have said. God, let me start that over. The Raging Ones by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is from Macmillan, I believe. St. Martin's, maybe. Currently reading it. I'll be doing an excerpt post of it, and probably a review soon after, even though it's coming out in the middle of Austen in August, because I've kept reading it. I'm really intrigued by it. Also, Seventh Born by Monica Sands. This one's from Entangled. Looks like this. And I have read it. I'll be talking about it soon. Sadie by Courtney Summers, which is from Wednesday Books and comes out in September. I will be doing, I think, an excerpt of that too, and hopefully reading it soon because I'm intrigued by it. And then everything else this month was from the Audiobook Sync summer program, which I've talked about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry that you missed it because it's over now. But I got Invisible Girls, Girls Like Us, How to Hang a Witch, and The Scarlet Letter, The Lost World, and Monstrous Beauty, which I also have a physical copy of but have yet to read. And I'm digging the audios lately, so I figured why not, because it's free. Listening to How to Hang a Witch, really liking it. Finished up When Dimple Met Rishi, really liked it. Thank God for the audiobooks Sync summer program, because it has been helping? It's too hot and my brain has been fried. The audiobooks have been helping my gardening. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, that is all for this month. Maybe not quite as crazy as June, which was absurd, but still, a lot of books. Fortunately, a lot of them are digital, so I don't have to try to cram a lot of them into that mess. That's all for my July book haul. Let me know what you think of the books in the comments, if you've read them or are looking forward to them. If they're things that are coming out soon, let me know if you want to see reviews or excerpts or first impressions or anything like that. And of course, let me know what you added to your shelves or your e-reader or however you read books in July. Any highlights? Anything I should know about? But that is all for this video. Until Austen in August starts, that's all for now. I'll see you guys again soon with wall-to-wall Austen and an occasional thing that's not Austen for the next month. So, brace yourselves. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and as always, happy reading. What, buddy? I love you too much. Oh, I just do. Oh, I just do. You're perfect. Yeah, you are. You want to get away from the camera, though? You do? Good boy. Okay, bye.